Dude, Davon, say you Jade in the building. Man, salute the Deuce Ams, man. Active Truck TV. If y'all think I've been on Wack Hills, man, nah, this nigga been on your heels. We gotta go over there and check yo out. He had a conversation with Mark Stevens about the whole stutter box and CS2 back situation. Gotta check that out. OTF Jam calls out Trenches News. That's the only person I can see him talking about. Cause Trenches News keep lying over there for views. Dirty motherfucker. What I tell y'all about Luce Cannon? Luce Cannon. Told y'all, Luce Cannon can't make it in the joint. He won't make it in the joint. That's why, in his mind, his only option is to cooperate. Already got into a fight, from what the internet is reporting. Him and Brick Baby got into a situation at MDC, LA. But this is the beginning. I told y'all, Brick Baby cannot walk any compound. Any compound. Hey, Al, we already talked about that, bro. I got that on the screen now. He can't go to any compound, man. Like, the paperwork said that Big U is like the 4th biggest Crip in the world. 4th biggest Crip in the world, man. So you got Luce Cannon, who been telling. Brick Baby ain't really telling on Big U. But Luce Cannon been telling on Big U for 2 years. Online. At least 2 years, maybe 3. Or he can't walk no motherfucking tail. That's dead. Boy can't walk no tail. But before we get to any of that, we gotta address this bullshit. Don't do it, Eugene. What's up, Mo? We gotta address this DJ Akademiks. So DJ Akademiks decided to do an interview with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Wow, right? And somehow, some way, Durk wife name comes into play. Now, I don't know why is niggas playing with Durk wife. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? What's up, hey Lane? Yo, niggas better not ever play with me like this online. Like, yo, these niggas be playing. And it's the same person that say, Durk my guy. I fuck with Durk. But just you on stream having a conversation about the man's wife. Akademiks asks 6ix9ine about the Durk case, and he takes credit for Slide for Vaughn. Yo, Slide for Vaughn ain't have shit to do with what Durk and them did, man. Yo, Slide for Vaughn was gonna happen regardless. You feel me? Like, yo, people gotta understand that Slide for Vaughn was gonna happen regardless. Like, the internet played no role. I can almost promise you that the internet played no role on how them boys felt about King Von death. You gotta realize, yo, Durk is from Chicago, Illinois, man. Get back is always open. Back door is always open. Like, niggas, like, it's crazy that people was running with that narrative. Oh no, he was listening to the internet. Man, them boys want to listen to the motherfucking internet. Them boys was mad. They lost a friend, a silent soldier. You know what I mean? Man, they wasn't getting away with that shit, man. What's up, 2800? Yeah, earlier today we talked about TK case. We might, depending on how much time we got, go back into it. But yeah, we talked about TK case. Yo, it looked like, I ain't gonna lie, it looked like a lot of them witnesses. Looked like a lot of them witnesses was being coerced. Because I don't understand how the fuck they seen all of that. From the way that they was parked, how did they see everything in that car? That shit just don't make sense. And who sits there and watches that when there's a gun in the air? Most people try and get away. They ain't ready to sit back and watch it. Yo, because YouTube not sending out my notifications, man. They ain't sending out my notifications. They fucking us over right now. Y'all see the numbers? They dropped the shit out of our numbers. But it is what it is. They ain't even referring my videos and nobody knew. Every time I give these niggas a hard time, that's what they do. That's what it's saying like to me. Back block.
You want him to get free though.
Who?
Durk.
Hey, bro, he gotta do his same process that everybody take. Yo, hold on.
Only nigga that used to be in the streets that wish jail on niggas.
Nah, I don't wish jail on niggas. I don't wish jail. I didn't say yo.
This nigga never was in the fucking streets. Nah, which streets was he in? These niggas was always a perpetrator.
I'm happy you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, what you gonna do? You gonna lay down and Alhamdulillah Akbar shit? You fucking till you die, or you gonna do what you gotta do and get home? Keep it a stack. His girl, right? She said, "Ain't nobody like this nigga," right? You think she getting cracked?
Nah. no. Actually, no. Nah, hell no.
Think she getting
India?
Yo, y'all respond right now. Y'all think? Yo, hold on. Y'all think? Hold on. Do y'all think fucking India is getting her brains blown out?
Hell no.
And why they like, oh, this is sucker clown shit. This what they give us. Clown activity. Yeah, why is his wife even a topic? Yo, what the fuck? Why is Durk wife a topic? Like, I don't. How does she even come up? She barely posts. She hardly say anything. It's like, oh, this is clown activity, man. At his peak, at his highest form.
What's it called? The frog eyes? What's it called, Don? Nah. When they giving her back shots? Hold on.
No, read it.
All right, sweat. All right, so how long you think she gonna stay paper for?
Nigga, at least at the end of the trial. At least. Even if it take 2-3 years.
Nigga, the trial is in the 6 months.
It should take 2-3 years, nigga. I'm telling you, like, yo, if she was moving like that early, if she was moving like that before, I would say, yeah. Like, certain other niggas, yo, nigga, oh yeah, the whole chat.
Yo, this is fucking crazy. Yo, these niggas better not ever play with me like that. Like, you know, I go at niggas, but I go at niggas. You know what I mean? I go at them. Yo, you start going to talk about people, family members, yo, that shit get real. Like, I don't know when people start playing these type of games, man. What's up, bitch? Like, yo, like this is out of line. This is out of line, man. Now, if one of Durk homeboys is to get on their ass about this shit, then they be trying to run and tell the police.
Is saying yes, she is. She's getting cracked. Like nigga, ball players is right now cracking on shit. Like why look, and when you locked up in the day room, like in the jail, when you locked up in the day room where you get to watch TV, this nigga's watching. Yeah, this nigga's watching. This nigga, my mom wants to take a picture with you. While Durk is watching the basketball game, that same basketball player he watching is cracking, is busting her ass when he locking.
That's cap.
Yo, when he watching John Morant do the finger gestures,
that's cap.
He's going to his hotel room. India's there talking about, yo, I fell asleep last night.
The only reason why
I think that shit funny.
I don't know her, so I can't but the way she was moving before, like there's a lot of other niggas, like you hearing other niggas, like baby moms getting cracked. Niggas say getting logged down.
She had logged out, nigga. She's yo, Wham, can you call my mom because I think she mad sad. We just saw her the way she wanted to take a picture with you so bad.
No.
I think she think you fucking Bob's Cartel.
Oh, word, that's good.
I ain't gonna lie, you the type look like the nigga. Like when he came home swollen.
Yo, I went to that nigga concert.
I heard he acknowledged you and all that.
Yeah, I did an interview. Yeah, I'm doing matter of fact, I'm going to his concert. How it is? I'm going to his concert.
Yes. She went in her room.
They ain't used nothing I said.
Alright, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that?
Hold on. Durk, hold on. Told about some other shit. Oh, nah, they ain't use that in there. You know what they use? Who, Durk? Nah, I'm going to his concert. What do you call it again? He performed at Barclays back-to-back nights, selling it out.
All right, let's get back to the shit. Like, you think this bitch is getting cracked or what?
No.
Huh? Why not? Yo, give us that. When you was interviewing him, you was scared?
Who, Durk? Nah, Durk was a cool dude, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, Durk.
Yo, you know they using they saying you federal because they using your interview when he's like, it's in the water.
Oh, nah, they ain't use that in there. You know what they use? They use the credit card. That's what they use, nigga. They use my shit. I read through the indictment. They ain't use nothing I said.
Alright, so right, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that hold on,
Durk,
hold on.
talking about some other shit.
We talking about India, nigga.
I'm not watching these niggas clowns. That's some bitch ass shit. They keep trying to talk about that man wife. Like, why they praying on that man wife, man? Clown ass niggas. That's the same shit this snitch ass Jam talking about. So OTF Jam called out Trench's News because this gotta be who he's talking about. I'm tired of nobody ass people that only got some type of voice or attention just because of a social media. Niggas grown ass goofies. They gotta look at stories to be relevant. Niggas can't even come outside where they from to play with somebody else. Where they from? Play with somebody else. So Trench's News has been doing wild stories on everything Durk related, just making up shit. What's this?
Great content needs a great audience. Like Stretch Arm.
OTF Jam backdoored after going to jail for a gun. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, these niggas just be saying anything. Where the fuck Trench's News bluffing ass at? Lord Durk manager helped the feds and murder for hire. Like, yo, you just, like, niggas just be making up stories, yo. Like, none of that shit be real. Just be making up stories on these niggas. Making up stories. You niggas is crazy, man. What's up, Charles? Yeah, Luce Cannon can't make it to Luce Cannon can't make it nowhere. Let's go to Luce Cannon first before we get the Wack 100 goofy ass. So I'm gonna go to Compton Rick Rock Praise, even though he part of the bullshit, part of the nonsense. Luce Cannon jumped in jail, Brick Baby missing. Let's see what the fuck this time.
Now he want to get into a fight. I'm tired of it. I can't.
You're now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, what up? It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and we back to drop the news. I told y'all, did not tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all a couple of videos ago, and y'all thought I was just talking. Y'all remember when I said when them guys go to the jailhouse, what was gonna happen? Well, a reliable source hit me, and I got a confirmation, some information on Luce Cannon and Brick Baby. They said they was missing. This is the word that's going on the internet. Brick Baby and Luce Cannon is missing. Well, Brick Baby and Luce Cannon is not missing. They got into a fade up in there. Luce Cannon got into a squabble. Luce Cannon was getting the best of the dude, they said. Other dude, homeboy, jumped in. Brick Baby jumped in. Now they on timeout. So that's the message. Everybody talking about they missing. Oh, they got out. They ain't got out. They ain't missing nowhere. They got into a squabble. Brick Baby was doing good until Luce Cannon came to the jail. There's always some trouble lingering around that old Luce Cannon. Brick Baby girlfriend even said it. She said, ever since now that Luce Cannon come up here, now he want to get into a fight. I'm tired of it. I can't do it no.
No, Luce Cannon's going to have to fight anywhere he go. That's why he trying to cooperate. He know that. That boy trying to get out. Because he got to fight everywhere he go. He told. All on social media.
She ready to quit. Brick Baby girl is ready to get up out of there. And Sharice Mills, more than likely, she's going to be next. It seems like she don't understand. Both of these dudes got new babies, and y'all in jail still acting a fool. But we're going to get to this content by Poetic Flacco. We're going to do a reaction to him. We about to go to the studio, get it in. Brick Baby and Luce Cannon has got into a fade already. Let's get to the content. Let's get to the content, man.
We ain't watching Poetic Flacco. We ain't watching him. I'd rather go to the Sharice Mills page with him on there. We ain't watching, yo. I can't watch, yo. That nigga's a fucking cornball. But you commented too fast, real. Spoke too soon at you dumbass. Hell yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Sharice Mills, and we are.
Saying no, because she knows that I have to go soon. So like, I'm trying to figure out like what's, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like you know what? Wait. Here, okay. So let me.
Yeah, because either one of them telling or both of them telling. That's the only time. That's the only time they put them people in the same show like that. Either one of them is working, trying to get information on the other one, or they both rats.
Luce Cannon and Brig Baby got into a fight in their cell, and one of them had to roll it up and leave.
That's funny. Very close. Very close. They both did get into a fight, but other people was involved in the fight too.
Oh, really? Wait, hold up. They jumped Big U? Oh, cool.
No, they didn't jump Big U. But best believe Big U was also involved.
Oh, Big U was in the fight too? Yo, sis. How you gonna drop
the news this morning? I couldn't believe my ears.
This nigga's not your brother. Don't fall for that sis shit, because this nigga's a slime ball. No fucking sis.
Sis, how you gonna drop this news when I don't have my computer to make a full video about this today, and now these fuck niggas is gonna get all the... Bro, do you understand? This right here is at least like 300,000 views that I won't get a chance to get because these fuck niggas go, oh, God.
You hear this dude?
They banning Big U. I'm saying his name. I'm just saying them boys gonna have trouble. Nigga did all that telling.
Right here.
Oh man.
Damn. So they got into an altercation and damn with Big U. I didn't expect you to say all that. I'm expecting some other shit. So that's crazy right there.
Either. I'm gonna let y'all hear that initial audio on my morning drop tomorrow. But what I will let you guys hear today is I had Luce Cannon and Brig Baby on the phone because apparently they went into lockdown again today, all from the incident that happened with that.
Yeah.
So they keeping them on lockdown because they don't want them to go to the yard. Apparently it's hot. You know, it wasn't a Brig Baby.
This is a federal program that's going on right now, yo. Like nobody else is doing this. Durk ain't online talking about this motherfucker. Yo, this is some type of cooperation thing that they got going on with the feds. It gotta be. It's the only thing that makes sense. This is some type of cooperation with this open source research that the feds is using now, and that's what this is, man.
Luce Cannon situation. It was more of a other side against them.
No, they can't go to the yard.
Oh man,
it was crazy. And see me, I don't understand street code and all that because I would have been like, letting the niggas fight for themselves. That's what I told my husband. I was like, what the fuck you doing? Go sit in the corner. Like, mind your business type of thing, you know? And he was like, listen, if somebody say nap, this, that, you know, I'm learning all those slangs, right? You got to hold it down. There's this disrespect. And if you don't, then you lunch me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's going to be lunching me any motherfucking way.
There's a thing, you beefing if... Yeah. Somebody from the other side is doing something to your whatever, they gotta get down with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see Durk Durk there. You see Durk ain't doing no motherfucking interviews. Cause Durk ain't cooperating. These people are cooperating, man. Yeah, it is crazy. Luce Cannon is cooperating. And his wife is a full participant in it. Cause you just gotta think as a lawyer, right? How can you work this case? How can I work the case when you steady speaking on the case? It doesn't make sense.
So it sounds like
Big U, also neighborhood. So wait, hold up.
So they put their differences aside. They put their differences aside together. Let me aside right now to do what they got to do.
Yes.
Damn, that's deep right there.
I think the feds set that shit up because they want them to all be friends or kumbaya. I don't know. I told them, I said, you better shut. I don't care if nigga fought with you or not. I don't care.
Really?
It's definitely more than blogging. Y'all, I told y'all. Go back and watch that live we did the other day when I talked about. I think the title was "If You Think Big U and Durk Gangsters." Look at this. I showed y'all the feds and how they tapped into social media on day fucking one. On day one, they tapped into social media. 2007, they extorted the social media companies. Sent them threatening letters. Like, yo, they did a lot, man. They did a lot. So, you fast forward 18 years later, from 2007 to 2025, it's federal informants on the internet. The plan was, when the internet was created, and they seen it taking off, the feds thought early that we're going to use this as a crime fighting tool. Now, this open source research shit and this shit right here, it's just a continuation of what the fuck they was already trying to do. Yeah, it was a continuation. What's up, SL? They're cooperating. You can't tell me. I refuse to believe that they just doing this shit.
Too much craziness is going on right now that is just winky dinky. Like, what the hell is, like, how? How link up in the yard? How, like, right after you come out the hole, they just want to start some shit with, like, no.
Yeah, no, this is bad.
It don't make no sense.
Why Big U not doing no interviews? You understand what I'm saying? We ain't heard from Big U since he turned himself in. He got the same access to the internet. Why he not using it? Yo, they cooperating, right?
Tell them put you in solitary until your bail hearing, because I ain't want you with nobody right now. I went off on my husband. I really did. I'm not even gonna hold you because I was so upset. Because for one, you have me worried, and then y'all, they thinking this is a joke or something.
They trying to implicate Big U.
Like, I'm gonna let y'all hear this recording, right?
They trying to implicate Big U.
That they thought.
Okay.
They like to do that. So it's like, this can affect your freedom. This can affect your families. They hold this accountable. Like, both Brick and Cannon has bail hearings on Wednesday. Why are y'all getting into fights? Why?
Right.
I spoke to Brick's wife and she's pissed. She don't even want me talking about this right now because she's so pissed about this.
Whoa. So, all right. How do you feel about all the backlash for everyone saying that you should just get off the internet with all this?
Yeah.
Listen, regardless of the fact, right? Y'all gonna run narratives and scenarios as best you hear directly from the source. We ain't saying nothing that's gonna go against him or hurt him. It's already done. It's already on record. It's already there. Recordings are recorded. The phone calls are recorded. Listen, my husband wants me to do this. This ain't my dealing. I retired from the entertainment. If he said, "Baby, I'm giving you the torch,"
Yeah.
Yo, you're not even supposed to talk about. She's painting this narrative like, well, it's already in court documents. So you don't even supposed to talk about your case over the phone at all. You don't talk about your case over the phone, so it don't matter that it's out there. You don't talk about your case over no jail phone.
You went out for a second. You good? You back now?
I said,
I think she knows, guys.
Maybe I want you to do XYZ 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna listen. That's what a wife does. At the end of the day, he said, I want you to post these videos. I want the world to hear my voice. I wanted them to hear my side, because y'all all running all these fake narratives and all this stuff. The prophet this, he's not locked up. He's the. So it's best that he just says what he has to say. It's already recorded. He's not saying that ain't on record already.
Here, listen. Facts. And also, too, listen, I would suggest, right, could you drop the audio at the end of this video? Because I have a flight at like 7, so I'm going to be back in LA around like 9-ish. So drop it at the end, listen, drop it at the end of the live stream.
Okay.
Don't give niggas a chance to clip for me.
Listen, I'm dropping this audio from today, from this afternoon that they just did specifically for this live. But the audio from when I initially found out what happened and what got down is going to drop in a minute. So you good?
Really? I bet. Yo, right? Because I did a reaction to you.
Now, this is weird.
And Brick Baby's wife talking, and that did like It's at like 130 right now in like 14 hours. So yeah, bro.
I took it down off my page because she kind of was like, man, I don't want people knowing. I was like, oh.
What?
All right, but how do you see how Flacco's talking? Like right now, it's a serious situation. It just seems like everyone is thinking and calling people out because it's about the numbers. Do you feel like
serious, bro?
Is it about the numbers right now, Sharice?
Yo said it's not that serious. I'm ready to turn this shit off. Like, what the fuck what happened to people, yo? Like, this is very serious. This is very serious, man.
You know, how do you feel about that?
It's about keeping his name alive and Brick's name alive and people knowing what's going on, because if something do pop off or something do go on, we need to have it on record, because these people do play dirty and they do try some things. So at the end of the day, in real time, you're going to know what's going on. That's the power of social media right now.
Yeah, man. Here, also, too, you listen. So if you look at what Luce is being charged with, Luce is not on any wiretaps. Luce could have Luce could very easily say, hey, yo, I heard about this situation and I was talking about it and on a podcast because it's entertaining. I was just talking about it. So Luce isn't charged with...
How the fuck is he gonna say that when the guy that's telling said Luce was there? Like, these niggas fucking stupid. Like, that's why I only understand, like, yo, how was... Whatever.
With anything serious. So, bro, Breaking Loose is gonna be home within like 2 or 3 years. So, like, and like that's like the worst case scenario. They're gonna be home in like 3 years or so. So to say,
yo,
like,
if Brick Baby come home in 3 years, Brick Baby is rat. Brick Baby guidelines right now probably fucking 10 to 15, maybe 15 to 20. If Brick Baby come home in 3 years, he's ratting. We already know Luce Cannon telling. Luce Cannon was telling before he even went in.
Y'all not taking it seriously, bro. Listen, yo, Luce Cannon and Brick Baby is gonna come home with like superstardom and a bag. So like now listen. If Sharice, if she was married to Big U and doing this, I would look a little crazy because Big U is facing a murder, got a 50-year RICO, got a life coming. But Luce Cannon is gonna be home soon. Brick gonna be home soon, bro. Like, bro, they're not being charged with they're not being charged with anything that's gonna keep them in jail for life. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Brick Baby facing at least mandatory 15. All them damn charges he got. And Luce Cannon's facing 15. They charge Luce Cannon on the Hobbs Act. That's at minimum 15. So what? Like, niggas, they don't even, like, yo, they bring these guys on here. He don't even know what the fuck. All they do is spreading misinformation. He don't even know what the fuck he talking about.
But I mean, Sharice, you've been seeing the comments and stuff, and people been hating you about, you know what I'm saying, that y'all are or people don't know the severity of the situation. That it looks like it might be light, but it could be more than just 3 years. You know, you never know how this shit can go. So just why keep providing more shit for the internet?
Okay, Rima, real talk. What more shit have you been providing that's not already known? Please tell me.
No, because I'm just asking the questions that the people, you know what I'm saying, I just see.
I want you to answer that for me. What more have we given that is not already known? He's in jail. He got to eat. How his dorm situation is. What are we giving that's not already given? No, like, I really want to know.
Yeah, so y'all feel like everything that y'all saying is shit that's already out there, so it's really not a big deal?
It's not. And at the end of the
definitely
day,
right. We ain't know they was fighting.
This is still our lives, and we have the right to.
And they pointing fingers at Big U, like he said the word. He probably Big U probably lock up now too. Fuck around with this shit.
Want to act like they have a law degree and all this stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like they know and understand what's going to happen. No, you don't.
Yeah,
that they know they were going to say it.
Running his mouth anyway. So what difference does it make if he running now?
Nah, I feel it. So I want to hear the audio though. So what happened in this audio of them inside the cell?
All right, let me play this audio for you. Hang on, real quick. Sorry, Flacco.
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm new to StreamYard, so forgive me. Here we go.
Okay.
Be happy to do it. Is the audio not playing? How do you do? Okay. Okay, so how's the audio is like faded? Like, you know, like the little mic symbol is faded. Why is that?
The audio. I'm not sure.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah, no, I can't hear the audio.
Port here. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's see. I don't see that box that shows share audio.
So she never played.
Wonder who they fought. I guess.
All right, let's go.
To accept this call, press 5.
Head up. And about the flock on remote jumping on.
You record something and I play it?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Don't play it.
Okay. All right. It's recording.
Yeah, so shout out to flock on remote jumping on the show. Might be gonna go crazy. She's gonna keep going crazy. She holding us down.
Yo, this is wild, yo. This is we living in wild times.
Stay alive. We out here, we in here cooling it. We just had a couple of incidents, but at the end of the day, is we maintain it and head up, and we program it. But at the end of the day, is I can't wait to come home to my wife, fans, son, everybody that supported me, my IBM crew, and
So tell me, what happened on the yard today? Or not today, excuse me, yesterday or the day before?
So basically at court, right? So at court, what happened at court is like, you know, they was asking a couple of names and stuff like that. So I'm right up on it, dude. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. Take that with you. Drop them or whatever, like call them a sweetheart and everything. Police and stuff like that did a report on it, took me to the hole, and then they brought two of the dudes back to the same unit. And which is a problem after that. After the problem came, you had to take care of business, but the captain is overruling like lieutenant, and he was like, man, y'all got to stay locked down. So it's not like we listening, but you know, I am big. Start something, I'm gonna finish it. That's how it goes.
So you're telling me when you went back from being in the hole the first time, as soon as you arrived, they started it off and popped off again at you guys?
You know, not too keen and taking off.
Okay. And who was involved in the fight?
Yeah, good. Yeah. All of them, but I can say it over the phone. Right. Some stuff to the
But he can't say it. Or you just said everything else over the goddamn phone. You might as well say it over the phone. Shit, why stop now? These niggas crazy, man.
Hey. You hear me? Man, the trick report live. Yeah, man. They trying to put a J line, man. We ain't in too deep with no J Reed, man. We right here turned up, beat up, man. It ain't no, man. You know what I mean? Hey, they say you fuck around and start stressing, you gonna miss your blessings, man. So we get here cooling, man. This is the Rick, man. Shout out Sid, shout out Luce, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. We got Dang with us right here. You already know we got Luce. You already know, staying on the line. You already know we scored up, man. Free scored, man.
Well, Conrad there too?
Y'all sound like y'all having a good old time in there.
Brick Baby love that shit.
Yeah, we got Dang.
Wow.
You can tell Brick Baby.
Okay.
Brick Baby one of them niggas. Brick Baby one of them niggas that love that shit. He don't mind sitting in that bitch. These Cannon try and get out. you can tell the difference between both. Brick Baby loves it. Luce is trying to fucking swerm his way out this bitch by any means necessary.
I need you to think about the families you have out here. Forget about the
Man, you know they is.
in there. Okay, I love you and all that, but I need you to stay focused, okay?
We stay focused, right? But
it's not about all that street politics and all that stuff. I need you, baby. You're not listening. You're still talking.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I need you to stop with the hot head stuff. I understand if people start something, you gotta deal with it, but try to avoid it, okay? You got your bail hearing coming up on Wednesday. We don't need none of this to be hanging over our heads that can affect you coming out. Okay?
That shit definitely coming up in the bail hearing. I don't know if
I need you to stay focused.
She must don't know how that shit go. But if this fight really happened, that shit definitely getting brought up at the bail hearing.
Okay, I love you and I want the best for you, so I need you to stop getting into trouble. I know if trouble comes your way, you're going to have to handle it, but try to avoid it, okay?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, I love you. Please, you have me so worried. And, now they locking y'all down at 5 because of the same nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So y'all getting treated, it's like, it's not just one time.
From a federal prison.
It's not just this one incident. You have to deal with it where y'all getting locked down again today.
I know. It's crazy. That's why I was trying to say.
More than likely, that's what happened.
We're going to have to call in to do the content because we still want to get our voices out to everybody, to the masses. And right now, you got the heat. You got the torch.
I hear you, baby. I hear you and all that. I would rather just stay home and take care of the baby. But
I think, hey, Romeo, they fuck around.
Y'all don't be over there starting no nonsense, okay? You and Brick sound like y'all having a good old time up in there, okay? I need you home. So.
Hell no, man. We just have to make what's best for the life right now. You know what I'm saying? Not having a good time. Of course, we want to be home, so. It's like. It's different because
Yo, Brick will not be talking about this case. I'm telling you. Either both of these guys are cooperating or one. And I don't think it's Brick. If it's one person cooperating, this motherfucking Luce Cannon. And Brick Baby better not be in that bitch talking about his case. I'm telling you, we're gonna say a supersede indictment, and Brick Baby name gonna be added right on that list. Unless they both cooperate.
Yeah, I've been tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because, but they don't understand. I'm missing you. Everybody outside. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, she definitely fucked the bail up.
Short sentence.
I hear you, but I need you to keep that sensor close and don't break that sensor.
I can't wait to hear what happened at this bail hearing.
That your actions have a reaction.
If none of this, come up at the bail hearing, something ain't right. Straight up. If none of these phone conversations come up at this bail hearing on Wednesday, we know something ain't right.
Anything that we're working hard for to get you out, okay?
Man, girl, I don't think we put co-defendants in the same cell, bro.
All right? I'm gonna always support you, whether you're right or wrong. I'm gonna always be there for you, be down for you, baby. But I just need you to be mindful of everything that you're putting everyone through with whatever actions or reactions you may do, okay? Because you had me sick yesterday. I was sick not hearing from you. I was so worried. I'm like, listen.
Dude, I was going crazy. I was like, man,
you knew I was going to be worried. You knew.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love you. I'm gonna save this audio and play it for them so they can hear it. And
right now. Hey, Stan, you want to say something to the people, cuz?
7 minutes and 45 seconds. Go ahead.
Jack, you want to say something, cuz? Jack, you want to say something to the people, cuz? No? One love. Jack.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to stop the recording there. Jack. All right.
Yo, this is insane. Yo, I don't know what this is, but this is wild. I swear I think it's some type of federal program. I think it's a federal program, man. That, this their, what they call that shit? The trial phase. This is the trial phase. See if they can use this tool moving forward. Because something ain't right. Something ain't right. That nigga still alive. So yeah, we ready to tap into active Chucks and Deuce M's. he had a conversation with the guy, Stevens. What's his name? The guy Mark Stevens. With the whole Stutterbox situation. Hold up, let's find it. This nigga been live long as a bitch. Like, he been exposing the shit out of Wack 100. Way more than I've been exposing his ass. Here you go.
It gotten from Stutterbox.
Now remember, Wack said everybody know I was working
like
with you. I was getting information from them, feeding it to you. Then you heard Shabang said, doesn't that sound like the COINTEL Pro? Now listen to what Money Mark say. Exact same thing.
Now shorty from about LA. I don't know what gang you play.
Wack 100, Cass Jones. And when he contact you, what did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Del Dog, rest in peace. And he wanted to give Del Dog some information that he had gotten from Stutterbox.
So he gets a call from Wack 100. The same thing that happened on the thing, and he wants to get some information to Del Dog. Right? Exact same thing. Let's go.
Right? It's like he was getting information from.
Yo, this is Mark Stevens. This is the guy that was close to Shaq, that was involved in the whole Stutterbox situation, real. Yo, you gotta keep up, bro. Like, you gotta stop with the ignorance and the young-mindedness, man.
Stutterbox on what his plan was and what the get down was gonna be. And he wanted to talk to the homie and talk to him. And Dog wasn't getting on the line with him. And he kept blowing me up because he wanted me to get him on the line.
Right, smart man. Rest in peace to Del Dog, man. So he's talking about the phones is being compromised. Is that one of the things that he told you?
Well, the homie Del Dog never trusted dude. You follow me?
Right.
So Dog didn't know was the lines compromised or was they wired up for sound or not. He just wasn't gonna chance it. You follow me? But it was later on. After they took the case to they was taking it all away because the homie ain't had no choice. You know, he was facing a life sentence, so he had to take it all away. And with all the lawyers that was involved, they was able to get the discovery, and that's when we found out that the lines was compromised.
And as soon when you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap?
The whole transcript. I got the whole transcripts. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretaps.
And do you, in that paperwork, do you see your conversation with Cass Jones in them transcripts?
That was the initiating. That was the initiating when they started recording.
Right. And how did they refer to Cass Jones?
In the paperwork they put him as Back, B-A-C-K. And I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is? I ain't talked to no Back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as Back because he a blood. So it's back. I said, oh,
And
okay.
was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Well, man, I'm glad that the truth was able to come out. And it's sad.
But bigger than that, but bigger than that, homie, right? You know, I watched dude, man. He said some things about the big homie Shaq, you know, that wasn't true. He said some things like he been trying to destroy the big homie Big U name, and I'm seeing and watching this, and I called the big homie U. We was talking. I said, yo, when you get into Atlanta, man, come see me, cause I had what I had for years.
Oh, so that's where the paperwork came from.
To the homie, I said,
So this old bullshit that the paperwork ain't real. He vouching, nigga. I had the paperwork.
It was a big ass textbook of shit, and the homie just sided with what was right. He said, I can't fuck with dude no more, and that was the end of that.
Until Wack started attacking, and that's when Wack started attacking him with false allegations and all of this online weird shit, right?
Correct, because the homie Big U asked me why I didn't fuck with the nigga, and I said, when you pull up, I'm gonna show you. I want you to read it. And when he read it, he was like, oh, okay, I see why you don't fuck with the nigga. I can't fuck with the nigga. And that was it.
Wait, how long was it from when you first got it that you let you in Atlanta to show him the work?
I got the paperwork from the attorneys probably, and I want to say
that works. Yeah.
12 or 13, because it was a series of, you know, remember the incident happened in 07, 06, 07, but Box had went to prison. He called a drug case, so he went to prison, and they waited to almost the last month of the statute of limitations to go get the homies from Main Street. Right. So it had been about a 5-year period from the time that had happened to the time that they came and got the big homies. And then once how
did you feel about you waiting that long now?
Well, he chastised me, you know, and you know, I never, you know, one of the things, bro, and it's like it's the slippery slope, as people say, right? Like on one end, Wack, the nigga, he wasn't doing no harm, right? He was just trying to move around and be the tough guy. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, okay, that's what you want to do, cool. But then it went from that to, I heard what he was saying about the big homie Shaq, and then I heard what he said about Big U, and that's when I picked up the phone. I said, hey, you, man, I want you to read something, man. And then once you read it, once you know, you know. That's Quran. That's the Holy Quran. Once you know, you know. You're accountable for what you know. And when he read it, he said, okay, I see why you don't fuck with dude. I can't fuck with dude. And that was it. Let me tell you something, man. I probably haven't seen nor talked to Wack in years, you know. And, you know, I wish everybody success and happiness, but not on the basis of lies. What, you know,
and not on the, and really indicative of your character, Mark, because you have a whole campaign publicly of a brother that's heavy in our community positively, helping get these kids graduated from school and into football and all of these other positive things, and he smutting his name through the mud just because he decided not to deal with it.
And brother, well put. Look, I call the homie Big U all the time. I call him the naked truth. And he always be like, why you call me the naked truth? I said, because Wack is the well-dressed lie. You know, it's an old parable about truth and lie when swimming. And, you know, lie jumped out the water and put on truth clothes. So you had a well-dressed lie, but then truth got out the water and it was naked. So you got the naked truth that's trying to run down a well-dressed lie. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, you know, it is what it is with the homies.
Well, yeah, man. Well, I know you a businessman and you stay on positive shit, man. I'm sorry that we had to even delve into these negative accusations that got a lot of people, good people, then caught up in it. But we needed to get the truth. Where truth appeared, falsehood disappeared, man. And I wanted to hear that for myself, man.
Man, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. And, you know, God bless. But like I said, man, you know, it's a lot of things is just a well-dressed lie. That's all I can say.
Right. And that's what Cass Jones is. He is the well-dressed lie.
Yeah, and Big U is the naked truth. You know, it is what it is. He always stood on the side of truth. He ain't never wavered from that. From the time I gave him that paperwork.
Great point, Seven.
Remember I told y'all? Remember I said that? Now look, as long as this information been out about Wack and the CS back shit, I was the first person that I seen on the internet to say, yo, Wack lying. That shit was about Suge Knight. That whole CS2 back shit was an investigation into Suge fucking Knight and Death Row. That's why they use Wack. That's how long Wack been working with them people. Who got Row gave?
In the Rock to begin with. Like, we know the Rock's being thrown, but what's the motive? Like, you know, like, only thing I saw the homie Big U do, put out a great documentary on hip hop. I see him, man, putting these kids through college and sending them like I'm trying to understand what's the motive, or is a motive that we can't comprehend because we don't think on those levels. You feel me?
It's the contracts. Wack went the contract.
And I'm gonna tell you this: in all of my life, here from the community of South Central Los Angeles, only time I ever heard of a public artificial dissemination of disinformation was through COINTELPRO and J. Edgar Hoover, man. And I'm just gonna drop that to you and let.
It's the same tactics. And that's another thing I've been saying for a long. It's the same tactics, man. Destroy from within. Get out guys that look like them, put them into the culture, and that's how you destroy it. That's what Charleston White is. That's what Wack 100 is. It's a lot of them.
Let you go, man.
Man, I appreciate
they dressing
y'all,
it up
man.
as
Y'all have a
content.
good day, man.
Likewise,
all right, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Yeah,
hey,
anyway.
Funny part, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
That you want to know something? Every time you replay that clip, and I hear when you guys are talking, it resonates something new every time. The fact that Mark Stevens knew he was gonna get chastised for withholding that paperwork for so long, and he knew he should have gave that paperwork up sooner, because it probably would have, you know, it wouldn't have, I don't know, maybe some of this stuff wouldn't have happened, you know?
That's true.
Right.
But this is the thing, and this is the point that I want to make to everybody. The way he held on to that paperwork and he admitted he was wrong for that, when you know somebody did foul, you don't disguise it around money. You don't disguise that.
You're right, though.
After this interview with Studderbox drops, confirming
Peace to the G homie.
He definitely should have been released.
Like, listen, in the paperwork it said you tried to call Dog, remember? I tried to call take your call. I couldn't hear you. I talked to Dog. But he's saying he didn't talk to you.
Yo, I think it's obvious that Wack is an agent, yo. Like, we ain't even really gotta keep diving too much deep into that shit. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious, man. The man work with them people, man. CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, one of them motherfuckers. All of that feds, if you ask me. Y'all the feds. Niggas dirty, man. Dirty ass nigga. This bitch work with them people. You niggas need to be ashamed of themselves, man. Like, I don't get it, y'all. I don't understand it. I don't get it. How do you work with the federal government, knowing what the fuck the federal government has done, knowing what the federal government continues to do? But we know this was the plan from the beginning. The plan from the beginning was to turn social media into a crime-stopping tool. It just so happens that they targeting the black community, like they always do. Like, we ain't saying a group of white men catch a Rico yet, but they is targeting the fuck out black people. Straight up. They is targeting the shit out black people. But the crazy thing about it is they're using black people to do it. That's the ugliest part of the whole situation. Is that it's black people that's willing to participate. The take down of black people. Like, it's fucking crazy. I'm sure they're getting paid handsomely. They ain't like they doing it because they're honorable. No, hell no. They doing this shit because some type of financial incentive. You know what I mean? They ain't doing that shit because they care. I don't know. It's a price tag behind that shit. Wack 100 and Charleston White and them niggas, they probably... I don't tell them what the government paying them, man. They probably the highest paid informers. Special division. You know what I mean? FBI informant special division, social media. You never know. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But I know it's something. Just like I know with Luce Cannon and his wife, I know they doing something. You know what I mean? It ain't normal. I'll tell you that much. But we'll see. Let none of these conversations or none of the shit she said come up at that bail hearing. You know something ain't right. Yeah, they do, y'all. But remember, Big Low, when we watched the Fed Informants, that's how they talk. The man asked the man, like, how did you infiltrate these organizations? He said, well, you got to be a reflection of the community. That's what Wack is. On Pyru. That's what Charleston White is. They present themselves like they're a reflection of the community. Wack 100 is a reflection of gangbanging. If you take gangbanging away from Wack 100, he never gets this big. It's like 6ix9ine. Just like I seen how they did with Roddy Ricch. They made him some type of gang member to push his message. Like, yo, this is a tactic that's used, man. Connecting to gangs. That's why he was saying on Pyru so much. Remember, people was wondering, like, why the fuck he keeps screaming on Pyru every 3 minutes? Because that was always a part of the, you know, the little thing to get him going. You gotta stand on this blood shit hard. That way people believe you. He don't say it as much no more. Mission complete. But we gotta start witnessing this shit before these niggas get big. That's the issue. We allow them to get big after they done sold out. And then it'd be like, damn, can't stop them now. They already at the top of the ladder. We gotta identify who's next. Cause Wack 100, he been exposed. People still don't realize what Charleston White is. But we gotta get better at seeing them motherfuckers when they coming up. That way we can knock them back down. Cause these niggas they're not in the best interest of the community, y'all. If you're working for the federal government, you are not in the best interest of the community. I don't give a fuck what your mouth say. Cause they ain't never did nothing but harm. Yeah, I know, yo. This shit crazy. This shit wow. But y'all, we ain't gonna make this. You know, y'all lives been getting shorter. They been playing with our numbers. But y'all make sure y'all share the live, hit that like button. We ain't gonna go real long today. Probably going to take K trial tomorrow again. Going to take K trial. I ain't even looking into that yet. Oh, matter of fact, I wanted to check out my little man from Baltimore, little girl. He funny. Shorty signed with Casanat. Oh, we ain't done yet. Shorty signed with Casanat, and they was asking about changing up on his homeboys and shit like that. Oh, we got hella shit to talk about. My bad. We ain't ready to end it. Look at this. So look at this, y'all. Go Yayo posters are being spotted all over town as he is scheduled to release from prison next month. Why post this? Now, Sean Cotton. For what? For what reason do you post this? Everybody knows what's going on around this man's name. Then you tag him in it. Now here, present this. You know, I'm promoting them. No, you're not. You promoting this fucking downfall. You promoting this downfall. That's what you're doing. Because when he come home, now everybody gonna know he's home, and everybody gonna be looking. Well, what he gonna do about? You understand what I'm saying? What he gonna do about the other situation? Come on, bro. You adding fuel to the fire again. Then act like you don't know what the fuck going on. Now, Rilo was caught on the side of the road trying to stop a man from jumping off a bridge. Best sleep to Rilo, man.
Look at Rilo. Rilo out there trying to save the man.
Look at Rilo over there.
Rilo trying to save the man. Nigga about to jump. Rilo trying to save you.
Man, these blogs terrible. I don't like it. Then you got Vlad trying to insinuate that Nipsey gay. Like, yo, these niggas wild, man.
I didn't see the video that Wack is talking about, but I do have a photo that someone sent me, and it's definitely it's Nipsey in the photo, and I'm not going to go into any more details with that. You know, if you want, I'll show you the photo after.
Yeah, I think I have to see the photo now that you spoke on it, because only because of me not being able to prove Wack right or wrong.
I'll show you the photo afterwards, and to Nipsey's family, his friends, his fans, whatever else, just know that I'm never gonna put it out.
And I'm not finna talk about it.
Yeah.
So you can't even get another snippet of that shit up out of me.
Exactly. So you know, and that's the thing of it. But everyone has their private lives, and everyone, you know, likes what they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. And their private lives should stay private. But unfortunately, when you're famous, things spill out.
Yeah.
And you know, especially after you. I didn't see the video that Wack is talking about, but I do have a photo that someone sent me, and it's definitely it's Nipsey. It's Nipsey.
Shut your bitch ass up, Vlad. Sucker ass nigga. I don't fuck with none of these niggas, y'all. If y'all ain't know. But
man, you right now.
So Shorty signed with Casanat, man. From I see from Baltimore. I'm happy for him, man. Young nigga. I think from my Park Heights. On the rise.
Standing that shit, like a lot of niggas don't be having personalities and shit, but like I feel like nothing can really change me. Like I'm just too true to this shit. Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. The niggas who know me know what's up. Like I don't really, you know. But we locked in though. Niggas said bro. I never left none of my niggas. The thing is, bro, niggas who fuck with you, they gotta understand that, bro. This shit is a team sport, nigga. I wouldn't even be half the place I'm at without my niggas who started this shit with me. No matter what happened along the journey, whatever, every nigga who ever helped me, I needed them. So it don't really, you mean, it can never be like I left a nigga. It's more so like go secure the bag and come back and get as many niggas as you can, and you just hope that them
That's how it's supposed
niggas
to be.
return the favor for another nigga. Niggas be having a game fucked up. Niggas be saying nigga left this, nigga left that nigga. How the fuck can every nigga be the quarterback, bro? Every nigga can't be the quarterback, bro. You one nigga right there. Feel me? Every nigga can't be the quarterback, bro. Some niggas gotta be the coach. Some niggas gotta be the wide receivers. Some niggas gonna be on the bench for a while until they really get a chance to play. All that shit. You feel me? The real niggas know what's up. That's how I don't feel like. You mean? It's real shit. Niggas know. That's real shit. That's why like this shit different with me. Like I'm gonna be way more strategic with the way I'm trying to do shit because I know where I'm trying to go with my life. Like all this shit I've been through, like niggas ain't go through that shit for nothing. Like Baltimore, like niggas see niggas playing and like all that shit. But Baltimore really one of the hardest places to even live, bro. Like niggas don't know how hard it is to survive that shit and to make it out and then see the process. Like that shit crazy. And I know how this shit mean a lot to other niggas too. So that's why I be trying to do shit a little different because I know how many niggas really counting on me to be that nigga to, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But the niggas who know what's up, niggas know what's up for real. Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch tonight, bro. Definitely streaming on Twitch tonight. But I definitely had to come on here and like, you know, talk to y'all niggas. I'm mad at you right now, man. Standing that shit. Like a lot of niggas don't be having person.
Man, what he said is 100% facts. Niggas better not get like that with Shorty. You gotta give him a chance to get his foot in the door, man. Now once he get where he supposed to be, you know what I mean? Then you can bring people up. But that be a problem. I make that mistake a lot of times too. Like that be a problem a lot of times where, you know, we always got this mentality of when I get on, I'm gonna lift somebody else up. But a lot of times we make a mistake and we don't even all the way be on, and we be trying to lift others up while we coming up, and you really can't do it that way, yo. Like you really gotta wait till you get to a level to where so you comfortable. Now you can start bringing motherfuckers up and shit like that. Now, some people don't got patience, you know. And I've seen situations where motherfuckers start getting feeling some type of way. A year or two go past. Like, damn, bro, what happened to niggas? It's like, yo, give him a chance. Give him a chance, man. Let him get his foot in the door. Let him get where you need to be. And Shorty gonna do right. I mean, I don't even know if it's called doing right, but he gonna do what he think needs to be done. I'm gonna say that. But see, what happens is, a lot of times the wrong guys get put in position. You know, so they fuck it up for when the real guys get put in position. And since the fuck boys that got put in position put nobody on, when the real guys get put in position, everybody looking for them, and then if it don't happen fast enough, they start getting treated like how the fuck boys should have got treated. Like it's just a wild situation, man. It's a wild situation, yo. But I think Shorty gonna be all right. He done came a long way. I done watched him for years go from here to there. Now he fucking with Costin out on the stream. You guys salute him. Then you know where he coming from. Like Shorty, like he said, yo, like it ain't easy. You know, you gonna experience a lot, yo, in the streets of Baltimore, yo, and that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? That's just the reality of it, yo. And like I told y'all before, way more people die than you could ever imagine. You know what I mean? Man, see to South Carolina, straight up. Way more people die though than you can ever imagine, yo. So when you got these people that be like, well, shit, if I can made it, you can make it. Like, yo, it ain't really that simple like that. Like, it ain't. If that was the case, everybody would do it. You understand what I'm saying? If that was the case, yo, everybody would make it, yo. But I got a lot of dead friends, a lot of dead associates, and you know what I mean? Ain't too many people make it out. That's just the real deal. You know what I mean? Can't really get no realer than that. But yeah, salute to Shorty, man. Girl, he funny, man. I started checking out his Twitches. I'm ready to start. Yo, I'm ready to go back to streaming like how I used to do my old streams. Anyway, since YouTube stopped sending us new people, I might as well go back to my other streams. You know, like where I can stream with multiple different platforms.
Our president tweeting tweeting out war crimes was not on the docket for me today. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact that he said these hoolies gathered for instructions on attack. Oops, there will be no attack by these hoolies. People, these are just regular people gathered for a tribal gathering, and we bombed the fuck out of them. You understand that? Innocent people that standing in a circle. Use your brain one time logically and think people are going to meet to go over attacks in a circle like that with no weapons around, no trucks, no nothing. Why? Strictly for vibes. Knowing that the Americans are watching them and there's drones following them all over the place. This is where they would meet at. That doesn't sound very smart or logical to me. Or at least this image. This is what we bombed. You understand that, people? Us, the U.S. That is what we just funded. All these people.
Hey, what I tell y'all,
isn't that crazy in 2025 that our president is just tweeting.
Like, yo, what I be telling y'all, man? Like, yo, look at the type of shit we do. But then we get mad at Durk and Big U and all and Young Thug and all these niggas. Look at this shit. Bomb the fuck out these people.
Out bombing innocent people like it's normal and some slam dunk while simultaneously crashing the stock market to levels that we haven't seen in like 100 years. I know, right? What an interesting Friday. And then what he do? Flew right down to Florida on his little private jet and started golfing. Talk about absolute vociferous work on a Friday.
Yo, well, the stock market going down. It's time. If you got some money, it's time to get in. The shit always go back up. As long as you ain't got no money that you gotta take out, that's the only time you lose. If you take money out. Like I had to do when I bought my house. Lost all the bread. But if you got money to burn.
Wait, here, okay.
You got money to burn.
Okay, so let me guess. No.
It's time to get in.
Cause he can't do nothing right. At 9 o'clock, he's getting told turn off the lights and go to sleep. Like,
yeah, leave Durk alone.
No, I'm saying like,
Durk alone.
Nah.
Yo, you know when you locked up, nobody said nothing about you. You know when, yo, you was in the best when you locked up, nobody said nothing.
But I'm not saying that to be funny. Cause he can't do nothing right. At 9 o'clock, he's getting told turn off the lights and go to sleep. Like,
yeah, leave Durk alone.
No, I'm saying like,
Durk alone.
Nah.
Yo, you know when you locked up, nobody said nothing about you.
I don't know why y'all keep playing with Durk. 6ix9ine a clown. He's a cornball anyway. What the fuck? That's why he can't come motherfucking back and get back into the motherfucking hip hop industry. Shunned his bitch ass for being a rat.
That Playboy Cardi?
Bow Wow.
That's a shit.
They say Bando KD got molested in the joint. That's Chicago shit. Wow. Damn, shorty, that's fucked up.
These are the.
Give me one book.
I expected a lot.
Ain't really going on. Ain't really nothing else going on for real. Wack 100 claims Big U. What? YW Melly? Back when? They still doing Melly dirty. Still doing that man dirty. Yeah, I don't like how they keep playing with Durk. It's like right now, playing with Durk is like a thing to do. You know what I mean? It's like the thing to do now. Like I never knew Durk had this much hate. Like I don't know where the fuck this shit came from. What the fuck he do to people? Like why the fuck do people dislike Durk so much? It's like they couldn't wait for him to fall. I don't like it. I don't respect it. I think it's clowning. Like when Thug got booked, they wasn't doing videos talking about Mariah the Scientist and when she gonna start fucking with. Like you ain't see none of that shit, man. But it's like with Durk, it's they just playing games with all facets. this person telling this, like, yo, it's just mad fabricated stories. I don't get it. I don't get it. See what's going on with Melly. Cause right now what's going on with Melly, y'all, they trying to scare Melly off into her firing his defense team. I think this prosecution is scared to death of that defense team. So they trying to scare him off.
That was filed.
So they got this fake ass investigation into one of his defense attorneys that been going on for 2 years, but they ain't pressed charges yet. I think they're going to try to come down with charges, if they can, right before his court date.
5th, 2025. There's a notice of hearing for that today this week. Number 3, I have a defense motion to exclude and to oppose sanctions. That was filed March 25th, 2025. I likewise have a notice of hearing for that. Number 4, I have just received defendant Jamel Demon's second motion for pretrial release following mistrial. That was filed on March 28th, 2025. I'll discuss that with you all, but I'm going to schedule that for hearing today. I can't hear it today, but I can do the hearing date today. That's all the new business. What was left over from the previous hearing on March 7th was the defendant's motion for order to show cause why the state should not be found in contempt for ongoing willful and flagrant violation of the court order dated February 9th, 2024. That motion was filed February 8th, 2025.
Yo, this shit is amazing that this man been locked up this long. Like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, yo, this man literally been locked up for 6 years. 6 fucking years, man. And hasn't been found guilty of any crime. Yo, that should be a crime in itself, man. I know he probably like, yo, god damn. The fuck, why don't y'all just give him a deal or something? Give him 15 or 10. Let him, like, yo, let's at least send him to prison. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would much rather be in prison for 6 years than to be in jail for 6 years. Like, yo, this is crazy, y'all.
2025. In preparation for this motion today, but I did not have the benefit of the last time we were here on March 7th, but what I have had the benefit of now is a copy.
He basically did do a 10-piece. And don't forget, he's still on lockup, too. Like, he's not in population. The man been on lockup for 3 years. For a ticket that he beat. It's like, yo, I just don't understand how is they getting away with this shit in Florida. Like, ain't no higher court look down on this case yet and be like, yo, hold up, yo. Like, what the fuck is going on with this case?
Judge Murphy entered on February 9th, 2024.
No visits. Can't forget that part. Can't get visits.
I did read all the motions. I likewise read all the authorities cited therein.
His mother got a lawsuit out against Florida.
Judge White was moving for the last hearing. There was also a C4 motion that I filed.
There she go right there.
Well, that's the motion to dismiss the 23 case, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that. So again, I won't limit any side either way. You can present whatever evidence, witnesses, or testimony you want. Just state your argument to the end, I guess. So if it's just your argument, you can tell me that.
Definitely cool.
The first one I want to address is the defense motion to vacate the stay issued February 16th, 2024, and or modify allowing the defendant's motion to dismiss the charge of witness tampering to be resolved, and that would be in case number 2310594 CF10. So whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
So I did bring a copy of the order. The court has the order. The state did file a response, and I'm actually just going to address the response.
Like ready to give up.
The court had reviewed the order of Judge Murphy. Although the last
They're
time
trying to break them. That's what they're doing.
He said he was going to lift it, and then he gave an analysis. He actually says in the order, even though I'm lifting it, I'm going to set down an analysis that you can follow to see how it works. Looking to the state's motion, they basically said that they disagree with the motion. They feel that And just so the court's aware what it is, it's not even the entire promotional video. It's a few seconds of a promotional video. It's a Gmail account to Mr. Demons' booking agent. So when you wanted to book shows,
I don't know why the fuck they doing this to Melly. They doing this to Melly because this is what they do when they think you guilty. Like, this is one of them situations where I be telling y'all, if they think you guilty and they don't have real strong evidence, yo, they gonna go above and beyond to fuck you over. And that's why they doing yo like this. They think he guilty, and they lost the case, so they just gonna fuck him over for as long as possible. Like, it don't matter if they could drag this bitch out 10 years without a guilty verdict, that yo, they will do that. Cause this is the system, yo. This is how the system work. It's a dirty system. It's a predatory system, yo.
Gmail account, Facebook account.
Well, in Baltimore, they used to, remember in Baltimore, they stopped that shit. The feds, when the feds investigated Baltimore City Detention Center, they figured out that it was people over there 4 or 5 years. That's unconstitutional. It is unconstitutional. I don't understand how they getting away with this shit. Hey, T-Rail, well, what the fuck does that got to do with the law, bro? What do him lying about a drive-by and killing his homies, all that is alleged, he haven't been found guilty of it, have to do with the law, man? Did a man been locked up for 6 years? Yo, this is kidnapping at this point. He hasn't been found guilty of any crime. He still got liberties. He still got rights. His rights ain't been taken from him, man.
And text messages that would have predated the two alleged victims in this case, predating their death. The state would like to argue in their motion that those few seconds of that video, those text messages somehow are materially helpful. That's the word that we need to focus on. Materially helpful. And then they go on to argue that 924
the shit that pissed me off, right? It's people will look at this shit, right, and be like, well, look what he did. But if this is one of your fucking peoples, if this was your son, your brother, your cousin, your father, yo, you'd be like, yo, this shit is fucked up. And that's what's wrong with people. We don't recognize the injustice until it happens to us. We watching the injustice right fucking now. But since it's Melly and whatever they alleged he did, it's like, yo, shit, I mean, well, look what he did. Yo, but this is wrong. The man been locked up going on 7 years. He been locked since 2018. Yo, when Melly was on the streets, King Von was alive. Mo 3, Young Dog, PNB Rock, fucking, who else knows? Yo, the man been locked up going on 7 fucking years, man. Julio. 7 years. He hasn't been convicted. Went to trial, got a Nipsey Hussle. Like, yo, everybody was alive. Went to trial, was deemed a mistrial. Luckily for the black juror that's saying they was trying to railroad him because they was ready to charge him with being, what the fuck was the crime? They was ready to find Melly guilty on, damn, what the fuck was it? Manslaughter with a deadly weapon, and some old wild shit like that. Yo, but the whole case was about first-degree murder. So that juror really saved the day. You know, because they was ready to railroad him because that's not what this trial was about. This is a first-degree or murder trial or nothing. It ain't no manslaughter with a deadly weapon. It's first-degree murder or nothing. If you watch the first trial, the prosecution whole argument was first-degree premeditated murder. Fuck them lesser counts. And the lady saying it, and she vetoed it, and she stood her ground, and she turned another juror against what the other people was ready to do, and it came back with a hung juror. And it was the right thing to do. If they couldn't find him guilty of first-degree murder, then they shouldn't have found him guilty at all. It was the right thing to do. Very seldom do you see it work like that.
Court is divested of all jurisdiction. They actually go on in their response and tell us, regardless this court's without jurisdiction, They further go on and say that this court had previously ruled that there was no jurisdiction, and in actuality, that's not true. When you look at what the court had stated, they actually said, we go to page 2 of 5. The state argues that the automatic stay provision of section 924.07
You can tell.
1 subsection 2
You know this shit, Rob.
Court of Jurisdiction and the 4th District Court of Appeal now has sole jurisdiction over this
Exactly,
entire
like I
case.
said. I would much rather do 6 years in a joint. 6 years in the state than do 6 years in the fucking county or the city. You know what I mean? At least give him some time. You'll give him 15. I'm sure at this point he'll take it. But no, Florida want to go for the gusto. They still want to get a nigga the death penalty. Well, I think it's life now. They took the death penalty off the table. And they don't got the evidence. They don't got the evidence, yo. Like, it's hard to, this the thing, yo. I think they ultimately gonna find him guilty because that's what they want to do. And that's just how this shit works. If they want to get you, they're gonna get you. They'll do anything. They'll fucking pay a juror. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, yo, this shit get wicked. It get wicked. You know what I mean? Judge probably compromised. Who the fuck knows? But they couldn't find him guilty, yo, because the other car, it was 2 cars that left the fucking studio. One car went to the house. The other car went to wherever the other car went. Everybody in that other car said Melly was there. They don't have nobody to dispute it. They don't have anybody to dispute the fact that Melly was in the car that went back to the studio. Reasonable doubt. 3-4 people in that car, they all testifying the same thing. Melly was with us. We pulled over on the highway. Melly got out that car, got in this car, and we went in the house. The security guard that checked him in, he can't verify who was in the motherfucking car. He can't say if Melly was in there or not. So that's how the case even came to a conclusion of hung jury, because you could cell phone pings. They proved in that last trial that these guys shared cell phones. They shared cell phones. So yeah, you got the cell phone ping, but who says he had that motherfucker? He might ain't had a phone. It's just about some reasonable doubt. The defense did a great job last time, man. They got cell phone pings. They don't got no eyewitnesses. They got cell phone pings. Portland ain't telling. Fredo Bang ain't coming to court. They couldn't find the girl. Now she's coming to court now, so we'll see how that shit works. It's just fucked up though, man.
Judge Murphy said this is incorrect. For some reason, the state now wants to tell you in this motion, page 10, that Judge Murphy agreed with them and said that he didn't have jurisdiction.
No, they ain't gave him no plea deal, ever. They never gave him a plea.
I have a copy for you guys if you want me to hand you an order. Okay. In fact, what he said is that when you're dealing with collateral materials, collateral to the subject matters up in appeal, so it's important to talk about, again, what's up in appeal. Text messages, emails, all predating the deaths. They want to say that somehow these emails from 2018 and text messages from 2018 somehow knew in the future that there was going to be a trial in 2023 and somehow that these 2 kids were going to die. There's nothing like that in that video. There's nothing like that in those text messages. It's pretty black and white. I am asking the court to relinquish jurisdiction so we can address witness tampering. Witness tampering. This court has said several times that Mariah Hamilton had no legal obligation to attend trial. That is what 941 requires the state to prove in their account for witness tampering. So to now basically mislead the court and say, hey, but these text messages and this video, they prove what? That Mariah Hamilton was supposed to come to trial? Do they prove that she was legally summoned and required to come to trial? No, they don't prove anything. They don't even prove the homicide from the case that they're up on appeal with. The state goes on to quote 924 a little bit more, so I actually took the time and read through the different cases. that were previously quoted. And I would turn the court to look at Bryant versus Blunt, coming out at 261 Southern 2nd, 847. I do have a copy if the court wants to see. Again, this was quoted in Judge Murphy's case. But what they go on is they talk about this material. And it goes on to talk about what the purpose of a stay is supposed to be. And they tell us in this case that the purpose is so the state is not irreparably harmed and that they don't have to proceed to trial without the material benefit of materially helpful evidence. Every piece of evidence right now that's up before the 4th DCA does not prove witness tampering. It would not be able to come in under witness tampering. So to say, let's hold this up. Let's keep him sitting there. Hold this case up. Let Cortland Henry sit in jail for no other reason other than we had emails setting up a deposition. They haven't met the burden with the witness tampering judge. And that's what I'm asking this court to do, is to lift that stay. You don't want to lift the entire stay. Lift it as to my C4 motion. Let us proceed on the C4 motion. There are 4 counts that my client's being charged with. I'm only asking to be lifted.
But he is. Yo, the man been on lockup for 3 years. Yo, he's not. Yo, he is probably fucked up right now. Yo, the man been on lockup for 3-4 years, man. Like, yo, you know what that shit does to a person mentally? Like, Shorty probably fucked up. I mean, fuck probably. I'm sure he fucked up. Way more worse, bad off. Then he went in there as a kid. Melly was young as shit. Melly was young as shit when he got locked up, man. He's still young. Melly probably number 25. Maybe, no, probably 26. Man, yo, what they doing this boy fucked up, man.
Which is witness tampering. So
if he was a white boy, they'd have never done him like this. That'd be my thing. If Melly was a white boy, they'd have never done him like this, man. Find me a case where they had a white boy sitting for 7 years or fighting a murder. Watch how hard of a time you're gonna have trying to find a white boy that was sitting 7 years for a murder. After he beat the case. I mean, or at he got a hung jury and still sitting. I bet you won't find it. You have to fucking scour the internet for weeks before you find that case.
Technically, it would not even bring the case to finality for that matter.
25 years old. She got locked up at 18.
It is in the court's discretion. I believe you do have a jurisdiction to make this ruling. One last thing, going to what we learned from Bryant versus Blunt, they analyzed what the stay is for. And they went a little bit further in this case to say, hey, looking at what 924 says, and it's supposed to protect, again, the state from having to proceed with evidence that's material. The evidence that's up on appeal right now would not even fall under the proscribes of 924. So there should be no stay. Nonetheless, as always, the state wants to delay this, and that would go up to why, at this point, we may have to entertain this bond issue. But I'll rest.
Okay. Yes, sir. So, Judge, my recollection initially when we first asked for the stay with Judge Murphy, the defense agreed that these issues that were on appeal were also material to the tampering case. But regardless of their position now,
I do too.
I point that out in point 9 of my response as to why these issues are material. Even though they predate the tampering, they serve as motive for why the defendant would reach out, because, for example, in the Snapchat communications, one of the
got one co-defendant, they all sit.
The fact that he said, I did that in response to being talked about the murder.
Judge, I'm objecting to that. That issue is not up on appeal. That Snapchat message that he is referencing is after the death of the alleged victim. So he's...
I'll let you respond to everything you want to. Go ahead.
It also goes to his motive to engage in the behavior of tampering, which also ties into the gang allegations, because there's a lot of discussions about the gang the gang activity and the various communications. Incentive or
1090 Jake bitch ass. 1090 Jake fucked them over by putting out that video exposing the motherfucking federal agent or the the guy that wore the mask. That fucked him over. Because now, since 1090 Jake is an admitted fucking blood gang member, they saying that 1090 Jake did that shit for YNW Melly. Fucking bitch ass.
Underlying case, which would be the murder, and the materiality of the witnesses that are being involved.
And that proves that Melly is a gang member.
A lot of that stuff is discussed in those communications, in those emails, those issues that are up on appeal, which makes it relevant to the tampering charge. But it's not an element, which I think is what Ms. Liberty is getting to, but in terms of evidence the state intends to introduce to support its claim as to why the defendant would tamper, it certainly has bearing there. Turning back towards the stay, I did point out in my motion that in paragraph 6 about what Judge Murphy had said could be permitted to proceed and what could not. But ultimately what governs 924.071 is whether the C4 motion would have a material effect upon the matters up on appeal, and clearly it would. So the court is governed by 924.071. The matter, this count is up on appeal, dealing with evidence relevant to it, and the C4 motion directly addresses that. So until the 4th DCA is done with their proceedings in the matter, this court is prohibited from hearing substantive matters as it relates to that.
May I respond? This seems like delay tactics, Judge. You could take Mr. Denon's entire phone going back to when he was born. They're still not going to be able to prove witness tampering. 941, 4 different elements. Mr. Griffiths wants to make us believe that somehow you could look at emails from 2019 and that gives you a state of mind. Like, my client's not psychic. He didn't know this was going to happen in 2023. He didn't know his friends were going to get killed. So them saying it's material is disingenuous, Judge. So I would ask that we let this stay. We proceed on the C4 motion, which is only to 1 count. There are still 3 other counts. We're not bringing this case to finality. I am just addressing the tampering, because on its face, they have not met their burden with the tampering, and they'll never meet their burden with the tampering.
All right, so, Mr. So I'm looking at standard jury instruction 21.10, tampering with a witness, which is 914.22, subsection 1. That's what you charge Mr. Kennedy doing count 1. So what you're telling me is the state's position is that some of the evidence that is subject to the appeal that's currently in front of the 4th DCA is evidence that you would use not only in mitigating the motion to dismiss, but you use it in the trial as well.
Correct.
He ain't gonna throw it out. He ain't this shit for the fucking defense the whole trial.
All right, so listen, I certainly understand the defense position, and I certainly would like to bring all these matters to fruition as quickly as we can. However, that being the case, I'm nevertheless constrained to follow the law. The plain text of 924.071 subsection 2 says, appeal by the state from the pretrial order shall stay the case against each defendant upon whose application the order was made until the appeal is determined. If the trial court determines that the evidence, confession, or admission that is the subject of the order would materially assist the state in proving its case against another defendant, and the prosecuting attorney intends to use for that purpose, the court shall stay the case of that defendant until the appeal is determined. So I don't think they have any.
Yo, so hold the fuck up, yo. So they got the witness tampering cases in a stay. The trial. Yo, get the fuck out of it. Yo, this shit is crazy. So the witness tampering charge is in a stay. But the trial is coming up for the murder. So if he beat the murder, What they gonna do with the witness tampering? What they gonna still hold him? Are they gonna give him a bail? This shit is fucking crazy, y'all. This is crazy. And I agree with the defense. This is all delay tactic. Everything that has been doing up until now has been delay tactics. Yeah, these motherfuckers is crazy, man. Yo, he could be. I think he guilty. Yeah, but it don't see this, yo, T-Real. It don't matter what we think. It's about what you can prove. Can you prove he guilty? That's the issue. Fuck with it. I think. Do I think he did it? Probably. Maybe. You know, shit. Fuck, niggas playing. I don't know why he did it. If he did it. But it's not about that. It's about what you can prove. Everybody in that courtroom could think he did it. But if the evidence don't line up, then, hey, man, you got the freedom, man. That's the law. That's how it's supposed to work when it's working right. It just seems like in our favor, that shit don't ever work right.
Disagree about what the evidence does or doesn't show. I'm certainly not in any position nor position evidentiary hearing where I'm going to decide who's going to be.
Hey, so Rob, you already know that Melly got the last prosecution team removed, you know, because of their little predatory tactics. So the fix is in. They probably all against them.
About that, and looking at count one, the state has to prove that this alleged tampering was with the intent to withhold testimony or withhold something or affect testimony or truthful testimony, and then element number 3 says that the official proceeding.
Yeah, man, I'm stressed out over that bitch.
So, Judge, what they have to prove with 941, which is the most important element, is that Lorena Hamilton was served with legal summons to attend an official proceeding. In this case, under that statute, 941, it defines what official proceedings are. The only applicable one would be the trial that occurred in May of 2022. So with that in mind, that they must prove that there was...
We're going to jury right? We're not at the motions of dismiss. The only way that I can grant your motion is if I decide under 924.071 subsection 2 that this evidence could be related at all. And the state's telling me that it is related. I understand your position is that it's not related, but...
I'm in the position that 924 does not apply because it is not materially related. And I will also I know you're ruling, but with that said, if that was so much the case, then why haven't they stayed Cortland Henry's case or Terrence Mathis' case? Because this evidence still can't come in their case. Fred could,
That's true.
Cortland Henry's attorney could come and adopt my C4 motion and argue it himself. At this point, they have not moved to stay that case and say that evidence is so important. So why could that work with the co-defendant, but not with Mr. Dimmons? Because there's no logic to it.
I have no idea.
I bet you don't, stupid bitch. That's a great fucking point. So you know, that's why Bortland got locked up. Bortland got locked back up because of some witness tampering shit. So his case is not at a stay, but y'all stay Melly's. So how can Bortland proceed forward? That's a good point. And he know that. That's why he's sitting there smiling and shit.
Which side's behaving logical or not, in my opinion.
They might.
So, on this one, again, pursuant to 924.071 subsection 2, the defense motion to vacate the stay issued on February 16, 2024, and or modify, allowing the defense motion to dismiss the charge of witnessing to be resolved. Respectfully, may be denied. For the reasons I just stated on the record, I will introduce.
I want to buy your house.
They gotta clear this shit to a higher court. They gotta get this case out of Florida. They gotta get this case out of Florida, man. Or at least somebody gotta rule over top of Florida.
So although you have a rule, I would just leave this impression with the court. We did have this hearing. We did discuss the state. The state had represented that it had no issue with this proceeding forward, and here we are back. A stay while he waits.
Okay. The next one is the defendant's motion to compel discovery or an alternative to reveal the extent of the state's intrusion on the defendant's right to due process, client confidentiality, attorney-client relationship. So, Judge Nixon, I think you filed that whenever you're ready.
He did, Judge, and I talked to Mr. Aronson before the court took the bench today. When that motion originally came in, I emailed your judicial assistant and listed out some reasons why.
Yeah, they're gonna get him.
To argue that today. I'm still in the process of creating a response as well as investigating some of the issues that were raised. I'm not prepared to argue that today. I would ask the court to set this when the bond hearing is set.
Delay, more delay.
And here's the case law. You said you read it already, but I'll give you a whole packet because my secretary.
Look, yo, like yo, they just playing. It's like I don't even want to watch this shit no more. Yo, they just playing with the nigga, man. Now y'all ain't ready for a bail hearing. You should be able to do a bail hearing like this. The man been locked up for 7 years. Like, what the fuck is the hold up? Man, stay out the system. That's my final analysis. Yo, stay the fuck out the system, yo. These people play a dirty, disgusting game. You can't win. You can't win. And more than likely, they are going to convict them next time because they want to convict them. And they're going to do whatever the fuck they got to do to convict them. Like, it ain't no getting away. Like, it's obvious. Now, he might come back on appeal years later and figure out that they fucked him over. Maybe he might get appeal before he gets sentenced, you know, if it's a delay. Yo, but the fix is in. Fix is in. They're not letting him beat this case. It been going on for too long. They done spent too much money. They'll pay a juror, y'all. I'm telling you, they will pay a juror to get a conviction. 2 of them. And an alternate. Just to make sure that, you know, ain't no getting out of this. I'm laughing, yo, but I'm dead serious, yo. That's how I view this system, yo, because I know how they get. I know how they get. I know how they get, yo. They get dirty, yo. They get greasy. And for whatever reason, they want Melly bad. And they've been treating him bad. His mother got a lawsuit out against the jail. We ain't heard nothing more on that yet. The man can't get no visits. He be having attorney visits where other people can hear his conversation. Like, it's just so much wrong with this case. But like I said, people don't care until it's their family member. When it's one of your family members, then that's when it's an issue. No, yo, it's an issue now. Yo, that boy getting done wrong. Regardless of what they said he did. You still got to go by the fucking rules, man. It's laws for a reason. Abide by them. Don't just abide by them when it's beneficial to them. Abide by them all the way, man. Treat that boy right, man. Shit fucked up. They ain't ready for the bail here. How you ain't ready for the bail here? They should be ready for the bail here and every day if it need be. The man been locked up 7 years. What the fuck, God? What you need? What you need? You know the motherfucking details of the case. I'm sure you got every infraction that he ever committed somewhere around. You got arguments that they could have made today. They're just trying to delay everything. But should I appreciate anybody that tapped in? It's 12:30. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Support the platform, man. Cash that Baltimore swag, man. Support the movement, man. Support the motherfucking movement. This nigga be trying. Yo, they can do a number of things. Or house arrest. Yo, they can do a number of things, man. They can give him an NBA YoungBoy package, like, you know, house arrest with some type of security. Like, it's a number of things they can do for this boy, yo, as opposed to just keeping him in a joint. I'm sure mentally he is gone. Like, yo, I don't think we're gonna ever see this. If he was to get out and make music, they probably didn't want to make music no more, yo. Like, his mind probably somewhere else. For real. Let me know how y'all feel about us in the comments. Not really keeping you news, and I'm out.